in Shiver in the Snow, I say, I start the verse at the house in the middle of the street. Took a shower, then I'm brushing my teeth. Hit a smile, smoking really good weed. Freestyling over really good beats. Like I'm just saying what I'm actually doing. Like all of that stuff I do. Work check came in, so I'm T. Pay the bills, now a nigga at peace. It's just shit that I know everybody else can resonate with, but I don't have to think too hard to say that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to think what is people gonna think about me before I put this on this bar. I don't have to go outside and react any other ways, and people be like, okay, well that don't line up with the shit that he rap about. And my pops actually instilled that in me young. Like me and my brother, like he made sure he was like, yo, the worst thing you could do in the music industry is start talking about shit that you don't do, because one day you're gonna be put in a situation where you're gonna have to react certain ways, and people are gonna be expecting you to react certain ways. If you don't live up to that expectation, that kind of crumbles it. But if you start this shit being you always could be you, and you all good. You know what I'm saying? So the biggest thing I pride myself on.
Hey, hey, hey. Okay. Out to the pay, for the grass is always greener. I don't do no labels, I call it how I see it. Okay, out to the pay, for the grass is always greener. I don't do no labels, I call it how I see it.
What does the future look like for your podcast?
Welcome back to another episode with No Label the Podcast.
Yo.
We got Donnie in the back. Man, we appreciate everybody, you know what I mean, tuning in, tapping in. Man, it's been a road. We'd definitely appreciate it if you go to nolabelmediaco.com, subscribe for that newsletter, tap in, stay in tune with everything No Label the Pod. Today we sitting with a guest that y'all familiar with. You know what I mean? Normally he be in the behind the scenes when we doing our thing, but we got him on camera today. He's been one of our staples in just what we do here at No Label, and he's been a staple in the hip hop community in Buffalo for a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? You might see him with a camera. You know what I mean? You might catch him performing, killing it. You might catch him. You know what I mean? Editing in the cut. You never know. But this man is a man of many talents, and I'm lucky to call him my friend, my brother. We got MVRRO.
Yes, sir. What's good? Shit, I'm good. I'm excited. I'm tired but ready. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of emotions, but I'm all of them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, damn near a second guest.
Was it? Yeah. For tomorrow's sound.
Yeah.
Funny enough, we back for another drink. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
Shoot. Man, trying to catch up in between all that time is like, you were there. You were here with us. Like,
yeah.
Shit.
Ever since.
Did you ever pick up a camera before we did our joint?
Yeah, so I think that's why you was like, yeah, just pull up, because I had told you that I had just got that camera. I got that first Black Magic, because that's if you know me now, you're seeing the work that I do. That's what I use as a Black Magic 4K. But I got this younger brother, the OG back then, and and you was just like, yo, you trying to pull up, just shoot some shots for the pod, and I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, pulled up. And the shots came out fire, but past that, I was just like, keep doing it. I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep doing it. Then my camera broke, and I was still just using my phone, and that evolved into the pictures, and started getting into the apps and painting the how the pictures was looking for the last couple of years when we was at the other spot, and just kind of diving into that. Then now we here to whole other things, man. It's just a crazy journey, man.
Absolutely,
Here
bro.
for everything.
Yeah, you've been here like them every step of the way. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be the same without your piece and your part, bro.
Likewise.
Hell yeah. So, let's dive straight into the music. So you got something coming up. You got some everything's green.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. You got an official release date?
April 21st. You know what I'm saying? So by the time this come out, we'll probably be out already. So, you know what I'm saying? We out now. You know what I mean? All streaming platforms. Nah, you know, we working it out. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, next week. So, yeah, we out right now. All streaming platforms.
Go tap
everything
in.
green, tap in. You know, from there, that's pretty much that. You know, it's been a long time coming, and I just, you know, kind of felt like the time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The day after 420, so everything really is green.
You feel me?
You know.
So when did the concept of everything green? When did that get inspired?
So it kind of started last year. You know, you're my brother, so you basically been there the whole process as the project was kind of formulating. So last year I was supposed to drop it in the summertime. I was growing, I just started growing weed. I just started growing Mary. And from there, other than that, I was buying a whole bunch of green clothes. I was buying a whole bunch. Everything was just green at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of went with it. But before that, it was supposed to be called Just For Fun because it was just 4 tracks at the time. And then I changed it to Something About Nothing. And then Everything Green was born. And since then, we've taken off with it.
That's dope. That's dope. And it's just like, well, how did the golf element? Does that play?
Yeah. Because that's one of the things that I was doing, right? So when I say everything was green, like everything was really green. So I was really outside playing golf. I was doing golf for about 2 years. Got my first par last year and everything. So one thing to be excited about, because I was getting triple bogeys, quadruple bogeys. I was getting +8s. Like it was bad, but got my first par. So it was just a turn of a season. And with golf, it kind of plays a big part in how we got to treat our music and how we got to treat what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So it all comes into one.
How so? Because like I've heard people say like golf is really like kind of like almost like an analogy for life in its whole process. I've never been golfing. He's trying to get me to the range.
We be trying.
Yeah. One of these days. But what's something you learned from golf that you learned that applied to your life?
That you got to be able to, play things where they land. I had a talk with Track 3 Media. Shout out to them. And I kind of explained a little bit more so I could kind of dive deeper into it here. But with golf, you got to be able to play things where they land. In life, things aren't, when you hit the ball, it's not always going to go perfectly in a fairway. In life, sometimes you're going to make decisions that lead you to a certain place. You have to be able to go from that place that decision led you to and get yourself in a better position. That's the same way with golf. I mean, you get mulligans or a drop, but I mean, 9 times out of 10, if you get in that, you're not really playing the game. Right. It's about, boom, you hit the ball, you end up in the trees, you find your ball, okay, let me use this stroke to get myself back on the fairway, and then I get back to the green. And it's like that, being able to play where you land. So that's kind of what I had to learn is, what I learned from the game is being okay. If I make a decision and it land me to a specific position, ain't nobody to blame but myself. I got to be able to take myself from that position and get myself in a different one.
Word, no, that's real. That's definitely real.
Yeah.
It's funny too, and just like knowing you and just like getting to know you more over the past like 2 years. Sometimes I pull up, I be in the spot hot, like, yo, man, this shit happened. Or maybe, hey, man, you just gotta shit ball up top. Ball up top.
Yeah,
you feel me? You gotta play where it lay.
Yeah.
I be mad, but I'm like, damn, this nigga right.
you gotta play
up top, boy. Oh yeah.
And I say that in the project, you blame it all, but it's so how you play it. Shout out, in the song To My Head, it's really just about that.
For sure.
Where it land.
For sure. How many tracks you got on this joint?
7 tracks. It was supposed to be 6, but I ended up mixing the joint, and I was like, I'll wait till y'all hear it.
Word. It's mainly produced by you.
Yeah, so I produce the majority of it. I got 2 beats off YouTube that I really kept on there because those were the ones, the 2 beats from YouTube was the ones that I was gonna initially use for the whole project, which is why I called it a mixtape in general. Because I'm a producer, and I kind of, when I make my projects, I want them to be built from what I'm doing. But in this specific situation, I love those beats so much that I just had to use them. So I wanted to call it a mixtape at the time, and then I started making more and more music. Then Time Bout was born, and then it just kept getting built over time. Okay. But yeah, I'm producing most of it. Yeah.
Okay, fire. Is it you released the features? So it's like Aki's on there.
Yep.
What's the name? You got Baby Giraffe on there on the cut.
yeah. That's an unexpected one. It was unexpected for me. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I wanted her on there, and I knew what I heard, but what I got was fresh. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be dope. Yeah,
absolutely. And you've been producing like a lot of things we talk about here is like rollouts and artists like really preparing to release their content. It's dope seeing somebody like you talking about you mixing, you cooking up the beats, you on the vocals, and you shooting your own content. Is it how has that journey been like? Really kind of being like, I don't say a one man band man, but it's like your content been dope.
So I appreciate that.
The content has been dope as hell. Is it difficult to kind of like go from like musical brain to like editor?
I say the difficulty, it's not difficult for me because I love doing both. So and I edit from the mind of a producer. Like if you watch any of my content or recap videos that I've done before, I edit to the beat. Like I don't just see something. I see it and I hear it, and I see how it sounds. It's weird, but they work hand in hand. But the difficulty is the amount of time I'm able to spend doing all of this stuff and then still have enough time to do everything else that I want to do. Right. And that's where it started getting, anxiety and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah. You ever feel like you familiar with synesthesia?
Nah.
It's like they say Kanye West has it. It's a condition where you feel like you can hear colors and like you can like see sounds type of thing.
Nah, I can't say that that's exactly how I experience it. It's more I see scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like I see when I'm making a beat or whatever, or when I'm listening to a song, or even when I'm engineering for somebody else, I'm seeing them in the video, like doing, even if you're just mumbling, how you're flowing on there. I'm looking this, I'm thinking about how does that come across if we're watching a music video. So that's just basically how everything do. Even when I make my own music, I'm in there like thinking about how I'm about to be in the video, like when I say this one part, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so one of your singles was Talking About.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You performed it at the Pass the Aux.
Yes, sir.
You won, you know what I mean? You got selected, you know what I mean? Performed the next day.
Yes, sir.
How was that experience just at the Pass the Aux and like chilling with Justin Love and all that?
Yo, it was amazing, bro. Like, first off, shout out to Brandon Lewis, shout out to Air Quality. They got me connected to them in the very first place to start shooting for them. And then shout out to Justin Love, you know what I mean, and all of the panelists, because they ultimately selected it. But it was mad unexpected, because I didn't even think if you remember we was talking, I didn't think I was going to be able to make it, because I got booked for another shoot. So I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do both. I'm bipping and bopping in between. They allowed me the chance. And it was just like, all right, cool, I'm about to make the most of it. The dude was like, this ain't no performance, but I'm gonna perform regardless of my joint on. So I'm like, I'm there. We hype. I passed my brother Dante the camera. He's sitting there. I'm doing my thing, but I'm just doing what I do in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, seeing that moment. You know what I'm saying? Seeing what the song does, seeing the scene that it create. But yeah, it was just a moment in general. And then finding out I was selected, I was at my other shoot because I had to dip out of there, and my friend called. I'm like, what? I'm driving home. I'm like, yeah, we went crazy. it was like surreal. and then to be recognized by somebody that won a Grammy, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
When, it's a lot of people that you know, they harsh with how they look at talent in the town sometimes. So it was dope. It was dope.
Absolutely. Nah, yeah, that shit was.
Yeah.
It
He was down to earth too. He was mad down to earth. He loved Buffalo, and we really showed him what Buffalo had, bro. Like
absolutely.
every time people come, people from outside come here, they walk away
You
blown
gotta
away.
walk away with the real welcome wagon. That's all.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like touch the people. You know what I mean? See what the talent is like, and shit. Let's cook up.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So it's like, man, with you being like you have a multidisciplinary artist. You know what I'm saying? Like you get the camera, you got the beats, you got the songs. Shit, he was able to. The Grammy winner was able to acknowledge that and say, "Yo, let's cook up a little something." You
Exactly,
know what I mean?
exactly. And we cooked. We went to the put up to his Airbnb. I brought my big ass PC. I'm like, yeah. I left my monitor. I had to call my brother. He pulled up. Shout out to Vi. You know what I'm saying? Brought his monitor, and we, you know what I'm saying? We cooked up. It was dope.
Nah, that's gonna be dope. Well, I'm hoping we get to hear more of that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. It's time. We definitely going outside. Shout out to Justin Love. Like I'm coming to Nashville. We're gonna cook up.
That's gonna be raw. So, man. So, with all the video shooting that you've been doing in the town, you know what I'm saying? Do you ever get like nervous of like people may know me more for the videos than the artistry or the performer, like the musician?
I don't get. I would say no. Actually, that's something that could have been a worry at one point, but overall, what I've been able to realize is that my camera has brought me into so many amazing rooms that I can like. I'm excited when somebody of a different tier or somebody who's in certain rooms asks me to bring my camera in there. I'm like, all right, cool, boom, and I'm doing what I love doing anyway. But eventually y'all gonna see this other side. And that's, like what's been happening lately. People, I feel like more people this year has kind of been introduced to me through my videos and shooting my content, but has slowly been able to transition into understanding me as an artist and as a musical artist and producer as well. So it's like lead generation. Like, we always talk about it like how, the streaming conversation we could have later, but it's all lead generation. You take people from one medium, gather their attention, and then you bring them somewhere else.
Absolutely, and it's funny. It's funny because I've watched that happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm watching you work into a room. Oh shoot! I just met this person. Da, 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 da. I'm shooting some stuff for golf, and then next thing you know, that turns into like a meeting, and then another booking, and then you meet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny. It's just kind of like God works in mysterious ways. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Man.
And the only thing I'm doing is what he put me here to do. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, bro. So just throughout the process of like everything's green, what would you say were some of the obstacles on just like getting this project out?
One of them is me, for sure, because you will be your biggest obstacle always, getting your own way. Just taking on so much, just thinking that money is the biggest worry of my life right now, and doing anything to make sure I get the money, even if it takes 72 hours to do, like, stuff like that, like taking my attention away. Then of course, inner battles. I've been telling myself I'm gonna stop smoking weed for like every day for like 3 months, but like stuff like that, like the things like I talked about in the whole time, procrastination, that's been one of my things. That's probably one of the only times you heard me capping my rap, you know what I mean? Because a nigga do be saying I'll be getting it done later, you know what I mean? And that shit ain't dead. but nah, we that's basically that's the biggest obstacles right there, is just me, procrastination and just waiting to the last minute.
Okay. Nah, it's funny hearing you say that, and it's just like, cause like I see you in your process. You know what I'm saying? Boom, you go to work. Boom, you go to bed, shower, whatever, and go right to the studio. and be in the studio for another 5-6 hours. And I be just like kind of like watching it. I'm like, yo, like, no, you put in the work. So here you say procrastinate, I'll be like, yeah, bro, be in there. We be working. Yeah. Bro, be working. Does it like, how do you keep that balance between like, okay, I'm in demand for mixing, studio sessions, videography. How do you balance that and find that time for yourself?
That's what I'm still learning how to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be a lot of days where, my biggest issue right now is that I don't be texting people back. So like, yo, I have people commenting like, yo, check your inbox and all that stuff. But it's because I be doing so much. Sometimes I just be wanting to get away from that. Sometimes I just want to scroll on Facebook. Sometimes I just want to go play 2K and or Undisputed, you know what I mean, or watch some boxing clips or all that. But when I say procrastination is that, and then it's also like I'm supposed to be doing this thing while I'm in the studio, but I'm here making a beat real quick. You know what I'm saying? That I think is gonna take 10 minutes. Like I just got to get this idea. 2 hours go by, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, fuck, I just made a whole beat that I'm probably just going to keep in my laptop somewhere or in my PC somewhere when I'm supposed to be editing something, stuff like that.
Word up. Yeah, that balance is key.
Yeah, that was the question, yeah. But to answer the question is I'm still learning, you know what I'm saying? I'm a human. We all growing still, But once I get that together, I'm gonna be a cold nigga. It's gonna be over.
It's gonna be up, bro. It's gonna be. Yeah. You also mentioned like he's like you said whole time there was a little bit of cap.
Yeah.
Right. One thing that like I admire about you and your music is like it's reality, but it's just like I'm gonna put a bop to it. I'm gonna make this shit dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Your authenticity in your music, like how much do you like pride yourself in that?
That's the biggest thing I pride myself in. Like we live in a culture right now where a lot of people is trying to it's a lot of manufacturing going on. So people trying to create other artists out of people and create scenarios for people so they can kind of fit into. It's not none of that with me. I'm just trying to, I'm just writing about the shit that I do. Like, I was joking about whole time being cap. Like, in the moment I was making that shit, I was getting shit done. You know what I'm saying? But again, life happens. But in general, stuff like that. And Shiver in the Snow, I say, I start the verse at the house in the middle of the street. Took a shower, then I'm brushing my teeth. Hit a smile, smoking really good weed. Freestyling over really good beats. Like I'm just saying what I'm actually doing. Like all of that stuff I do. Work check came in, so I'm T. Pay the bills, now a nigga at peace. It's just shit that I know everybody else can resonate with, but I don't have to think too hard to say that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to think what is people gonna think about me before I put this on this bar. I don't have to go outside and react any other ways. And people be like, okay, well, that don't line up with, the shit that he rap about. And my pops actually instilled that in me young. Like me and my brother, like he made sure, he was like, yo, the worst thing you could do in the music industry is start talking about shit that you don't do. Because one day you're going to be put in a situation where you're going to have to react certain ways. And people are going to be expecting you to react certain ways. If you don't live up to that expectation, that kind of crumbles it. But if you start this shit being you always could be you and you all good. You know what I'm saying? So the biggest thing I pride myself on, we live in an age of manufactured bullshit. And I'm living in an age of like, do you create the most unique shit you can? Don't try to be nobody else but what you got in your head.
Absolutely.
Don't be perfect, be you.
Don't be perfect. I remember that. Yeah, man. It's dope, and it's just like I'm always looking for artists like that. And I came across an artist. Shout out to my man. It's really he put me onto artist Mexico Joe.
Yeah,
it is like
you got that nigga stuck in my head, dog. Yo, I rock with that nigga so heavy, bro.
But he embodies that thing that you're saying, and he's having incredible success with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a producer. And it's like, yo, Like, shoot, I jump on my own beats. I don't want to rap over nobody else's beats. I want to rap over mine. I ain't about to sit here and lie in these bars. I'm about to just talk about what I woke up, went to church, brushed my teeth. Like,
nigga,
like, it's real.
I heard him say, I ain't gonna make a million off no damn rock, but I got a whole bunch of beats that's in stock. He said something like that, and I forgot what song that was. But yeah, since you've been playing it, bro, I just went through his whole catalog, and that right there turned me into a Maxo, you know what I'm saying, Mexico Joe fiend, bro. Like,
yeah, bro,
it got bad, bro. Like that hurt joint, that substitute joint. Like, it's mad of him, bro.
Higher doing all that punk ass shit to go viral.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's facts though, and it just shows you. I was just talking to my brother about this. It's not about. Yeah, it's about the message, but it's mostly about how you deliver that message. Like, I was talking to my brother because, you know, we grew up in a Christian household, but one of the biggest issues that we had was wasn't no music. Like, you know, we loved rap, and of course there's a lot of Christian music, but Christian rap wasn't like,
yeah, it wasn't lit.
What we got today, you got Indie Tribe and all them boys, like, them boys be going crazy. So it's like you gotta deliver it the way that appeals to people, you know.
Absolutely.
And that's what Mexico Joe do, at least for me, you know.
Oh yeah. And it's like those bits of when you see almost like your reflection a little bit, and then you see the success of it, it give you that little like, oh yeah, I'm doing the right shit. You know what I'm saying? Like today in 2026, what's some things that kind of give you that motivation or a little bit of inspiration to push through and like, yeah, I'm gonna give this to the
world. Moments for sure, like moments like the Pastor Ox moment and the Love You Always show. You know, a little bit of spite, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you hear
talk about it.
When you hear a little nigga, you know what I mean? And then you niggas gonna hate, you know what I mean? That's just what they gonna do. But when you
ain't your little niggas.
Yeah, but when they say when you hear certain things and then like you go outside and you see what I saw at Pastor Ox, like, and then you just realize, bro, like, niggas don't know what they talking about. Like, it's just like that.
What
like,
they talking about?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, and that was another thing. When I go into moments, it's like moments like that remind me, like when I'm in my studio and I'm thinking about these scenes as I'm making these songs or whatever. Even when it's mumbles and people don't understand what I'm doing yet, like I see it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know what I'm talking about. So then I hear certain things and then I'm like, all right, cool. I come back to it. And then I play it for people who don't know me from Adam. All they have to connect to me with is was face value right there. Mm-hmm. And that's how they react. Okay. I got something special. You know what I'm saying? And I got something special without having to manufacture that or steal anybody's swag or take anything from anybody else that isn't, you know, natural growth and influence. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to struggle to get that. It was just what I wanted to do. Like moments like that is what really, really gives me a battery. And then of course, you know, the idea of leveling up to different places where I could do more things for the people that's around. Like the ideas, the See Tomorrow sounds, like the idea I got for that is really for everybody that I know can do something. That's really all I'm gonna say for right now on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You recently released a trailer.
Yeah.
Can you describe what the, like, from seeing that, it's you got the aliens coming through. You had shout out to 14 Mafia was in that joint.
Oh. Yeah.
Hell yeah. What is that leading up to?
So yeah. Shout out to my boy DJ AK. You know what I'm saying? He shot that. And then you know, Early Bird is for his EP coming out, Aurora. You know what I'm saying? April 24th, that's dropping. He's having a listening event where your boy Morrow is performing. You know what I'm saying? So pull up. You know, tickets available now. April 24th at Black Dots on Elmwood. But that's what that trailer was for. And they told me what we was doing. They sent me the script. I was like, yeah, I ain't gotta write the script. I ain't gotta record or film. Like, yeah, put me right there. Like, I'm with it.
Nah,
Like,
it's
it
funny.
dope.
It's funny because the role, it kind of fit your personality too.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, that's funny as hell.
Exactly.
Chips, bro.
End of the world questions. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Do you want to speak on the stuff you got with Plaques?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
Well, we're working on some good film work, but that's really all I want to say just yet till we drop. You know.
Absolutely. Let me see. You an anime guy?
Of course.
Absolutely. So, what's some? Well, I've recently he inspired me. He inspired me to get in my anime bag, and I watched my first joint, kind of where I just picked one and watched the Berserk joint, and man, I was like, I see why people rock with this so heavy,
bro.
And I'm like, yo, it's Berserk is notoriously known as one of the craziest animes there is. You know what I'm saying? But I resonated with it. And so what's an anime that kind of resonated with you in your journey?
Man. Yo, this gonna sound cliche, but I don't care, bro. If you know me, you know I'm gonna go One Piece. Like that's it, bro. Because if you know me, it's a couple things that me personally, I really want out of this life, and it's complete utter freedom. Like it's the complete freedom to just say, I'm going here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and that's that. Like I don't got to answer to nobody to do X, Y, or Z. And, I'm not a weird guy. Like, so the freedom I'm talking about isn't on no Diddy shit, but it's it's on some I don't want to go to work today. I don't got to do nothing. Like, I got financial freedom. I got freedom myself. I can take whoever I want to anywhere I want. Like, it's like that. But if you watch One Piece, that's what Luffy is kind of going for. Like he just wants to go out there and do whatever the fuck he want to do, and that's exactly what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of resonated with me with that, because watching that, in order to get there, you have to build a solid core foundation of people that's around you and a solid crew, which I've been able to do throughout the years. And he's out looking for it, but when he finds those people, is not because he looked in the catalog and found them. He went to an island, he experienced some shit. That person just happened to be there to experience it with him. He found out, oh wait, this is, oh you that, oh I'm looking for this in my crew. Da, da, da. The person may not want to do it at first, but then they build a bond that makes them, that brings them along. And that's really kind of how it's been for me with Ian, Kimon, with you, with Dante, with everybody that's kind of been around, Kane Wave, with all of the Slime Shack dudes, with all my high school friends, with Vot. Like I can name so many people that I've been able to build a bond with. Joff, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's a lot of people, but that only happened naturally and through me getting to my goal to try to get to this freedom. You know what I'm saying? So.
It paints the picture.
Yeah, it paints the picture. And it's a long ass journey. You know what I'm saying? It's a long ass journey and it's still going.
One Piece, I thought that's the only reason I ain't watching. I said 1,000 episodes.
Hey, you will be consumed, bro. I'm telling you, you'll be consumed. After a certain point, it's lock in mode. Like you ain't gonna want to do nothing else. I'm telling you, it's like that.
Yeah, I still got to recover from Berserk.
Respectfully, so I haven't even watched it. I watched a recap of that. I couldn't do the actual show.
Man, it's such a story of struggle and perseverance and purpose and just keep going. Keep going. It don't matter. Keep going. Go through the worst of the worst, and he's you just gotta knock the dirt off and nah, we gotta keep stepping. You know what I'm saying? And I think in the quote unquote ending, it's you don't know what the ending is.
Exactly.
The dude passed before he could write it to finish even writing the ending, and it's just yo, you really gotta keep going to so you could put the stamp on what the next chapter gonna be. But how does this? How you want this play to end? How you want this story to go? Keep going, keep going. If I like, you know, what I'm saying? But it's deep, bro. It's deep, and kind of what pulled me to it was like my tattoo, because it looked a little bit like the Berserker symbol.
It do. You know, I never thought about that,
Bro. It kind of shook me up because I'm like, oh, wait, this is like that's a symbol of sacrifice. Like, oh, let me see what this joint is about. And I'm watching it, and I'm just like,
sacrifice he did. Sacrifice he did.
I'm like, yo, this is deep.
I'm
like,
that
bro,
dude went through that. Yo, he went through.
Yeah. It's definitely worth a tap enter. Even a recap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like the idea of it. But
yeah, the whole story is fucked up. You know what I mean?
But Dante, you had a top 5?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You know how we get down the No Label podcast, you know what I mean? We gotta hit the segments real quick.
So boom. Top 5 for today. Since we and you was just talking earlier about a new movie you just seen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, just based on being like a film junkie or being like a director, videographer, all that stuff, what are your 5 favorite films that have inspired your style?
That's interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna need a quick second. You done stop me up. Now, when you say my style, you talking about my style of film, like the style of film that I'm probably that I'm making right now, or are you talking about like just in general, like like cinematography?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna combine them two, cause I'm gonna definitely go like lottery ticket. That's my shit. Number one, like, but in general, when I watched that movie a million times, like growing up. But one thing about the movie is that it always made you feel like you was right there, like you was right there next to bro, like when he running away and shit, like all that. You sitting on the top of the roof with him and Brandon T. Jackson, like, I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke too. You know what I mean? Like, but the cinematography in there was fire. Damn. Let me see other films. Because now I'm thinking about films I haven't seen in years.
Would you throw Casino in there?
Would I throw Casino in there? I mean, yeah, it was shot beautifully. You know what I'm saying? It was shot beautifully. That's a tough question because it's so many that I can name. There's so many different ones.
Here you go.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if you think about just your favorite movies, those wouldn't fall in that category?
Well, because when I think about my favorite movies, is the cinematography, of course, is part of it, but it's not the main thing. Like, it's the biggest thing is the story for me in movies. How does story come along? Because I can say movies like Surf Ninjas, and if you look at the cinematography on that's ass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got you.
Pure ass. But I love the movie. You know what I'm saying?
I hear
Like,
you.
pure white tea. You know what I'm saying?
I got the name.
Yeah, pure ass. But I love the movie. I love the comedy. I love the randomness of it. Like, it fit my humor. Yeah, the humor is another thing too. So it's so many different things. My fault. I failed. I think I'm probably the first person to fail in top 5.
It's only right. It's only right.
Yo, fuck it. We Guinness World Records. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's dope. I think of like movies in terms of like, let's say like if I had to think of movies with my podcast style, that would be like I think of stuff like No Country for Old Men. Like
You love that movie.
I love that movie, bro. The storytelling is like it gets slow paced at certain times. Sometimes it's like super lit, but then it calmed down and it's just like calm, and it's just like okay, we track it. You think you caught the pattern, and then boom, next thing you know, something else happened. It's like oh shit, and you gotta do the next thing.
I still haven't watched that movie after all these years. Y'all told me to watch it.
Yeah,
I
man.
watched it because of them.
Classic joint. I think of joints like I think of joints like There Will Be Blood. You know what I'm saying? Like There Will Be Blood. The dude, he's like, he has to be coarse, and he's trying to get this thing done, but he got to appease certain people and try not to offend and like not, and try to play that balancing act of like, how much do I show the real me? You know what I'm saying? How much do I, like, I have to like remain myself in order to get the job done, but I also have to like realize that there are other people play a part in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a look at that.
Yeah, There Will Be Blood.
That's
It's crazy. I like thinking joints like Doom. I resonate with like the Paul Atreides story. Like, it's like, yo, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. But then everything, like, you feel like your world blow up, but then it's like, wait, everything's kind of lined up for me to be successful. I have to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I have to follow this path because this is what's like, what the fuck else I'm about to do? Like, it's little joints like that. Like, that, I don't know if I got 5, but those 3 for sure is just like joints that heavily resonate. I even say, it's not a movie, but it's like the series Lovecraft Country. You know what I'm saying? Black dude, started learning about spirituality and he discovered this whole world. And he's like, hold on, this is my shit. You know what I'm saying? These white people running around trying to do, like, hold on, this is mine. It's like, but they not gonna give it to you. You gotta fight for it. You know what I'm saying? You protect it, but you gotta get it. And that ties into like sacrifice and just like what you gotta do in order to get to the next spot.
That's another one that I miss. Everybody kept telling me to watch that joint.
Worth it.
It was this the scary scene I seen, and I was like, nope, I'm good. Something with some little girls on there. I was like,
oh yeah, with the little
that
jigaboo dolls.
sound like the shit that won't be on my TV. You know what I'm saying?
That's only one episode.
Yeah,
One episode. It's absolutely worth a watch.
Yeah, for sure.
But then I'll say the last Matrix, the first one. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta, you know what I mean? Going through your everyday regular life, and then it's like, oh no, it's this other world too. Tap into the real, and it's like, oh, I can do this. And then it's like, boom, you know what I mean?
That's definitely side effects coded for sure.
For sure, definitely part of the journey, absolutely. So we'll do a third eye segment. You know what I mean? You know how this go.
Yes, sir.
Just from, I know I've been learning and studying just like feels like my whole life. You know what I'm saying? But we've sat down and had real combos. So who was that person that kind of introduced you to like the spiritual side of life and just like not necessarily just having a traditional way of thought?
My dad for sure. Yeah, he was the deeper thinker in the household, like the deepest thinker in the household. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
So, yeah, what were some things that kind of like he implanted in you that you kind of still use? I know you mentioned the one thing about just like being authentic in your rap.
Yeah, yep. Let me think, because it's a sea of things. Let me think of the things to say. One thing my dad always taught me that, you know, resonated with me as far as, you know, spirituality things is that, you know, he just to be surface level with it, you know, that the world is made of energies, you know what I'm saying? And it's all about the energies that you give in, and the energies that you put in is the energies you give out, you know, which is kind of always a theme of mine too. You know what I'm saying? And just the fact that we do operate in this energy, what you give in or what you put out is what you give. And it's all about the perspective of which energy you want to give. So I keep looking, because it's the song in Everything's Green, Shiver in the Snow. It's about that. In the song, I say, summertime, bring the butterfly doors out. It sounds like some nonsense or whatever on the surface, but what it means is I'm saying summertime, bring the butterfly doze out, all the summertime shit, blah, blah. And then I say, but you would rather shiver in the snow, huh? It's basically the idea of putting on two different types of shades. One shade that lets you see the summertime. Everything is good. Everything is fire. Everybody is having a good time. I'm giving out good vibes. But nah, you want to wear the cold shades. You want to be you want to be screw facing people. You want to shiver in the snow, huh? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what the whole song is. But it's my decision to be summertime, baby. You know what I mean? Throw the joints on, good vibes, because that's what's coming around to me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Nah, and that's dope. And it's just like, just because we're around each other so much, I watched. You talked about the energy you put in is what you put in is what you get out. Mm-hmm. And I watched you like grow your first crop. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, it's like, oh shoot, this going to a super cycle. Oh no, these are just yo,
it got crazy, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. I had a whole forest in my closet, bro. That shit was crazy.
but that's not normal.
Off the porn, bro.
Off the Family Dollar.
I was like, I'm thinking I'm doing some normal shit. Like, everybody that's coming to my joint, like, what? Like, bro, you did that off of what? I was like, yeah. Like, what? What did I do? I use superfood or whatever shit was called. Like, what? I'm not supposed to do that? Like, they're like, no. I'm like, all right. But, hey.
He would be doing this to a side. He just chilling.
I was like, all right.
Busting out molasses. What is he doing?
Yeah.
But man. Nah, it's like I don't smoke, but I was like when my man, I watched him like literally from the seed to the full product. I was like, yo, I gotta try that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this is a vibe. I'm like, it reminded me of like you in high school, like that high school, but like I smoked a bunch of time like college and stuff like that. It's just like the weed is too strong or it's just it don't hit right but that crop was fire.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
That crop was definitely fire.
Yeah, I'm waiting to do the next one. I got a series. I want to do a series with the next one though. That's why I kind of been waiting, and I'm waiting to get the grow house and everything like that. But I want to do an Everything is Green series and just go from seed to full crop again. But like really document it, really film it, really like show people how you could just do this again right from the crib. I didn't have nothing different. You know what I'm saying? I literally a red cup, some dirt. You know what I'm saying? Real sunlight. I was just putting this shit in the kitchen for like a whole 2 weeks before I got me an actual grow light. You know what I'm saying? So and that shit was free. My man's wasn't growing no more, and he gave it to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy and it's weed that is clean. Ain't no fentanyl, no additives, no
pesticides,
no extra, no none of that. Like it was just you could see it. You know what I'm saying? I had to clean bugs out of it. You know what I mean? Like it was crazy.
Nah, that's real. My man got a green thumb, man. Everything's green. You got any videos coming out for that joint?
I won't give y'all nothing in this interview. Not this one. Not this one. Well, we got some shit. We got some shit that's playing.
Absolutely.
How you not gonna give no labels?
Because no labels. No labels. Because no labels gonna be part of it. It's like we. You know what I'm saying? We shooting it. Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. Oh yeah, bro. Nah, I'm excited for this era to watch you like. Once again, I watch the work you put in, so I'm like, I can subconsciously see what you're gonna get out of it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like you're very intentional about the energy you put out and how you interact with people, how you like interact with your craft, and it's some admirable shit. And that shit inspires me to, you know what I mean, get better at what I do and push forward and just like not letting circumstance change the outcome.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, bro.
And I honestly did not even peep that you pulled that those two concepts together. You know what I'm saying? The what you put out, the weed to the actual art. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the shit is all one, bro. Like that energy shit is crazy.
Yeah, bro.
That shit is all one, bro.
man. It's just ironic we all wearing green, man. It's what
You know
it's
what I'm
supposed to
saying?
be. You know what I'm
Everything
saying?
green.
Everything green.
Bro, I've been doing a live rollout for like the last year. Literally everywhere I went I was wearing green for the most part. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was part of it. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know, kind of because I also didn't want to get new stuff. I was focused on other stuff. But, you know what I mean? We there. You know, after the project drop, y'all be seeing me in other stuff. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to all the performances, shoot, the content, the videos, everything that you put your hands on. I feel like it turned to gold. So this is an amazing project. Go stream that. Go buy that. You know what I mean? Stream it. Tell
Yes,
a
sir.
friend to tell a friend. You know what I mean? Post that joint. You know what I mean? Some stuff you could dance to on there. So, you know what I mean? Turn up, enjoy yourself.
It's Dougie music. Dougie and affirmation
Come on.
music. You know what I mean?
Strongest Dougie on the East Coast. So they say.
You feel me? You feel me? You know, I ain't
Come
gonna
on.
do too much here, you know what I'm saying? The next
Absolutely.
one we gonna get the full no label exclusive. We gonna bust out the whole camera change and everything, and I'm gonna just start breaking out with it.
It's only right. It's only right. Is there anything else you want to leave the people with?
Everything green, 421. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to No Label. You already know No Label.
Hey.
Shout out to Ear Quality. Shout out to See Tomorrow Sounds. Shout out to, you know, everybody that I work with. You know, it's a vibe. You know, 424. We at Black Dots. Pull up. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? That's it.
Absolutely, bro. Socials?
Oh, Instagram, Prod by MVRRO, PRODBYMVRRO. Same on Threads, and same on YouTube and Facebook. Everything the same. Prod by MVRRO. And then email, prodbymaro@gmail.com if you want to work, or you can just hit up my managers at Air Quality. Yeah, let's get to work.
Absolutely. Book them sessions, man. Book the studio, book the content, man. You know what I mean? He got everything, one-stop shop. You know what I mean? Man, it's been a pleasure. You know what I mean?
Always.
Man, it's No Label, man. We out of here.
Whole time.
Yes, sir.
No label.